It is the second time I am getting a question on types of sentences according to functions. I remember that there has been a time I tweeted something about these sentences. When you talk about types of sentences, there are situations you may be talking about types of sentences according to structure. That is where you're talking about the simple sentence, the compound sentence, the complex sentence, and then the compound complex sentence. Here, you're talking about the types of sentences according to structure. We also have something we know as types of sentences according to function. Now, if you talk about the types of sentences according to function, here you are referring to a place where you talk about the declarative sentences, the imperative, and they are four in number. And somebody asked a question about these types of sentences according to functions and how you would know or how you can identify a particular type of sentence according to its function. How do you know that this particular sentence is imperative in nature? How do you know that this is interrogative? And how do you know that this is declarative and the rest of them? Okay, I am not going to be making use of definitions. Rather, I am going to be talking about what the sentence is expected to do in the mind. Let me just use that. What the sentence is expected to do in the mind of a listener, in the mind of the audience. Now, we have the first one we know as the declarative sentence. When you say that a sentence is declarative, this simply means that you are stating something, that this is what this thing is. Now, you are told that the declarative sentence is used to make something like statements, facts, to state facts, to present ideas. Imagine that time when you tell somebody something like, I don't like farming. It is declarative. If the both of us are discussing and I tell you, I don't like farming, I just made my idea known to you that I don't like this. It is declarative. When somebody says the sky is blue, it is declarative. The person just stated something that is a fact as at a particular time. The person just said something. You can imagine a person saying that Nigeria is a very big country. This is declarative. I love this. I love her. These are declarative sentences. You're just declaring something the way it is in your mind. Now, how is declarative sentence different from imperative sentence? Well, you say that something is imperative, that a sentence is imperative, where you're told that it is used to make orders, to give out commands, to give out instructions. How do you know? Imperative sentences require the person you are talking to react. Yes. When you make an imperative sentence, the person that you are talking to is expected to react. There should be a movement from the side of the person you are talking to, from the side of your audience. You can make a declarative sentence and the person you're talking to does not make a move. The person might understand you, but the person is just there to listen to you. But when you talk about an imperative sentence, the person you're talking to is expected to react. Give me that book. The person is not expected to be looking at you. The person is expected to do something. You asked for it. You asked him to do something. Stop it there. This is imperative. You give an instruction, or you can say you give a command. Give it to him. Come over here. You are talking to somebody and you expect that person to react. This is imperative. When you talk about interrogative sentences, here you are just asking a question. Of course, you know what a question is. How are you? Who is there? Why did you do this? When are you coming? All these are questions. You are just asking, you're making inquiries, or you're asking questions. And when you make an interrogative sentence, somebody is expected to respond, somebody is expected to answer you. Not necessarily with action, as it has to do with imperative sentence. Here, it will be in words. You asked a question, so the person is expected to answer. Now, if you talk about exclamatory, when the sentence is said to be exclamatory, or you refer to it as exclamative sentences, here it is used to show some kind of emotions, maybe shock, maybe surprise, maybe appreciation. In a situation like this, you say something, it may sometimes appear as declarative in nature, but you are expressing a particular feeling. And usually at the end of an exclamatory sentence, you find the exclamatory mark, the exclamation mark rather. I love this. It is an exclamation. You can imagine a person saying, wow, I love that. I love to see this thing. It is declarative. But when a person finds out that you use that to express deep emotion, usually you have exclamation mark at the end of it. I love that. It becomes exclamative in nature. It is an exclamatory sentence. Or somebody says, oh, this is beautiful. Exclamation. Because you always have exclamation at the end of it. I don't know if you're able to understand this. Now, that is the types of sentences according to function.